Morning. While we're on to acrylics, there's my palette. Oh, right mess. This is what I did yesterday in two parts. I put a bit of varnish on it, a bit of acrylic varnish. You might be able to see the shine. There we go. So that could be mounted on a piece of hardboard and framed as it is, or look much better if it ever does see the light of a frame. Would need to be mounted and be behind glass like a watercolour. So that was yesterday's work, and I did that in two parts, well, one long part, one short part. If this starts to go towards an hour and not finished, I'm going to do this in two parts too. So I've got my little clock there, it's 12 minutes past 10 on that. So what I'm going to do is a tinted acrylic of this watercolour I did a few weeks ago. I quite like it. It's a bit muddy. I think it's using Payne's grey can tend to muddy up if you're not careful. It's a bit dark, but I think I've tried to say too much with the watercolour on this one rather than let the transparency of it show through. The sky was a bit of a mess, that went wrong. But I'm going to do something with it in acrylic, I'll try to. So I'll put it somewhere where I can see it. And hope it stays where I put it. Excuse me a minute. Right. Like that. Seems to be... that'll do, I can see it. I'm only going to do an approximate version. So what we've got is some distant bluey hills, mountains in the background, and then some steep slopes with a rocky tumbling stream. It's good practice for me because I haven't done very many rocky streams, and it'd be nice to pull one off. Right, okay, let's go in with some colour. I've primed this with some raw burnt sienna and a bit of varnish. I'm only using household acrylic varnish. It seems fine. It's PVA glue, the same as your the binder for the acrylic, so you can use wood glue diluted if you want. But it's a great medium. I put in a little pill bottle here, tube here. Right, okay, let's go in with some dark. Whatever I put on is going to change. So we'll have the bit of a hill coming down to the tumbling stream, and then we've got some different colours in here. Bit of I use a neutral colour for my backgrounds, but I'll have to do the rocks with the actual brush. I can't scrape those off like watercolour. I can't budge them. So let's put in the background, a bit of white, a bit of blue, and a little bit of a crimson. And I can paint over the edges of this. The idea, or my idea, is to keep everything soft, keep your background soft, keep all your edges soft, no sharp edges. Bring the sky into the mountains into the sky. The only probable detail will be the rocks, but I might even just dry brush over those. Right, now on the left hand side we're going to have a much darker I will get that coming up here. Some sort of pass. Going up to there, and that one going up there. Right. And then just put in some colour here. Now some yellow. Comes down into the stream. into the rocky area. And we'll just put in that. It's all dark here so that the stream will counter-change against it. This is just a blocking in. I'm not trying for anything finished yet. I'm just blocking in, just killing the canvas. And nice, I want a light, fairly light sky I think in this one. I don't want too blue, well with a bit of cloud. That I've got to justify the cloud shadows on these mountains here, or these steep-sided glen. I can't have the focal point right in the middle of the picture, so I'll drag it to here maybe. Right, I'll just put in some, just to remind me that something's going down here. Right, okay, so that's that. Now as that dries it will take more paint, so I will bit of white with the burnt sienna I think. Nice warm. Now we've got some grass on the slopes, so we'll put that in. A great painter of this type of scene was Edward Seago with his Falklands, Georgia series in the 50s, where he went on the royal yacht with Prince Philip. And Prince Philip wanted to learn from the master, but it didn't bother him in the end. He just stood behind Seago and watched the master work. And he was a master too. I think he died in 1972. He was 68 when he died. He'd been ill all his life. Right, there's sienna. Ochre, shall I say, yellow ochre. I'm mixing a bit of lemon yellow and the burnt and yellow ochre, burnt sienna. Okay, nice warm. I can add a bit of light red now with that colour. Pitching the light, just a bit of I lost me a bit up there. I just want to take that. Right, let's get that light in there. Just scumbling over that. So when I put the blue back, I'll go over that, but over the lighter area, and it might just show a little bit of cloud colour in there. Right, let's go into a bit of sky now. So I'm going to try to keep the black out of this, but it might be a bit tricky. Blue, light red, white. Oh, much too dark. Just cover that over there. Well, as that dries, I can go over with some lighter colours. Just So I haven't really a great idea of where I'm going with this yet. But blue on those shadow areas. Got a nice deep bit here. Try to work it all at the same, all over at the same time. A bit of light coming in here. Right. See what I mean? Reinstate that. I can put another plane in there. Maybe just a little bit of a darker green here. There, let's add another plane to that. Right, let's get in with our colours here. My alizarin's getting a bit dry now. I have to put some more out. Change my brush now, I think. Bring some light into this, into the proceedings here. I'm mixing a bit of yellow ochre in with that alizarin. Warm it up a little bit. Now, I don't want to repeat myself there. Just a bit more blue there. Right. The alizarin and ultra and blue, white gives a decent sort of warm cloud colour. Keep it soft. I'm just going to squeeze out some alizarin if I can find it. Oh, I see it. Excuse me. I tend to use the same palette as the watercolour, except I use yellow ochre instead of raw sienna, and I use black instead of Payne's grey. That's about it, really. Right, let's get some darker alizarin. I'll put in some lighter breaks in the cloud here. And a bit of medium, bit of blue. Oh, it's lifted. Well, that's okay. I'll leave that, let that dry. It won't take long. I want to just change that shape there because it's too similar to the bit opposite. Oh, I've got a yellow knee. Oh, it looks lifting. Okay. Just soften. The black mixes very well with the burnt sienna. I'm going to put some rocks in there as well. It's just vary the colours. Yellow ochre mixed in with that. Got a bit of light in there. Catching the light and these tumbly mountains, hills. I need to paint this dark here. This is the rocky area. I'll put a bit of blue in there. And a nice bit of light on the edge of the cliffs. Putting shadows in as I go. Not like that. Just catching bits of the light. Well, we've done about 20 minutes. Put some shadow back in there. Right, let's go on the other side now. I'll get some good shadows in. Well, that's just a start. Alright, let's get some nice yellows and bits of light. I like mixing a little bit of white with the lemon yellow. But not too much of that white showing. Bit of sienna in there. Burnt sienna there is with a bit of light. I'm really just inventing this. I've got nothing to copy other than my picture, but that was made up. See, there's my shadows. There, we've got nice dark in here. I could use burnt umber, but I haven't got any. So you've had that. Nice greens. Okay, let's go back to the sky now. Now that's dried off a bit. I want a dark, cloudy colour, so I'm mixing light red with blue and white. A little purple. More blue. So if you want your skies to look bright, you've got to put dark in them. Otherwise, you've got nothing to contrast with. So we'll just get that lighter on that, going into that horizon there. And then I'll go back with my lighter colours. Right. Ochre, touch of alizarin. A bit warmer than that. Alright, just scumble over that. Doesn't look as if it's a bit of a cloud coming down there. Right, just want that to show up a little bit more. Right, okay. And then put the misty bit back here. A bit darker in there. I've got some trees, I think they're just like that. That's a bit of just catch a bit of grass. Right, let's put in some rocks there. I'm going to use my little half-inch flat. And I think I'm going to probably run out of time on this. So nice little colour would be a grey, blue, red, light red that is. Right, these are just the tops. I'll go over those with shadows. Right, let's just see what the shadow on this will look like. So these are my planes, trying to establish those. We'll work on those. I want to go and get this done as far as I can in perhaps 45 minutes. Now I can just go back with a finish. And then we're going to do some right, so I'm going to call that the halt now. So we've had about 40 minutes on that. Or have we? 10 past. No, we've had half an hour. Okay, I think that's enough. We'll come back to that when I've had a cup of tea. Thanks for watching. See you in a minute.